All right, Shalom. First of all, giving all praises, glory, and honor to YAHAWAH, by Hashem YAHAWASHI, by Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much love, peace, and blessings to all you hopefully like brothers out there that's pushing this truth across the four corners of the globe out of honesty and sincerity. I'm the brother not by Ayashi, the gym at Indianapolis camp. Come with another episode to get your mind right. Today we're going to be dealing with Esau oppresses the poor to increase riches. Because as you see going on in the news with Iran, why do you think America is trying to invade Iran right now? Because Iran is the final piece to the puzzle of America building this oil pipeline. You see what I'm saying? In order to succeed with this oil pipeline, they have to conquer Iran. Iran is the fourth leading oil provider in the world. And America gets a lot of its oil and petroleum from Iran. See, Iran is a major oil producer. See what I'm saying? Esau don't do nothing. He don't invade someone's territory without a reason or without a cause. He'll sit there and lie to the media like, oh, this dude Salami has been evil and wicked to his people, or has been a threat to America for numerous of years. Or why do you think other presidents haven't involved in themselves with Iran? Because they know that what? Iran supplies them with oil. You see what I'm saying? It's all a money scheme dealing with America. So now, like the scriptures say, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, we're not ignorant of his devices. I guarantee America is trying to set up a puppet leader over there in Iran now. Since America has killed a major terrorist threat, a major official over there in Iran, the second in command over there in Iran, now I bet you America's going to try to set up a puppet over there so it can gain a foothold into the oil industry, you know, with Iran. See what I'm saying? Because America's known as the big bad wolf all over the world. You see what I'm saying? What does America do? They'll threaten you with their democracy. If you don't go by our ways, we're going to bomb you and kill you. We're going to demonize you. We're going to set up propaganda, and we're going to kill you. You see, that's what's going on. Anybody that bucks up against America's democracy, guess what? You get destroyed. Just like we bucking up against America's wicked democracy. They say it's a democracy here in America, when really it's not. It's a dictatorship here in America. See what I'm saying? Because anytime you you're not free. Anytime you have your own frame of mind or thought, then you're considered a terrorist, even here in America. See what I'm saying? That's why even us Hebrew Israelites here in America is deemed as what? Terrorists. Why? Because we have our own way of thinking according to the scriptures, the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father and the Son, YAHAWASHI. So that's what makes us a terrorist, so we go out here and read this Bible and call you out on your wickedness. So now we're terrorists. Wow. Because we stand up against your wickedness, like the scriptures say, am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Or like the other scriptures say, they hate them that rebuke us in the gates. That's why they hate us, man. This is Proverbs chapter 22, verse 16. It said, he that oppresses the poor, he that oppresses the poor to increase his riches, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. And what does that come to want? The Lord is going to destroy this place. Now you're on top, but slowly the Lord is bringing you down to the bottom, right before our face. This American corporation is going out of business, and going out of business sooner than when you think. They're having their final liquidation sale because why? This corporation will be liquidated from what? Them thermonuclear missiles that these countries are gearing up to shoot over here to the shores of Babylon. This is that lake of fire that John the Revelator saw, which is America, aka Babylon. You see what I'm saying? It said, he that oppresses the poor to increase his riches. Because what does America do? They further oppress the poor. How? With income taxes, with state taxes, federal taxes. Your wages get taxed and garnished. See what I'm saying? Isaiah 10:1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. See what I'm saying? Which have prescribed matter of fact, I get it. Which prescribe grievousness. Matter of fact, I get it. Isaiah 10:1. Woe, meaning destruction and death, unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, who is the Lord's people, you Israelites, you Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. So who is it talking about? You Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, number one on the list, but also too, you heathens, you other heathens. Y'all are known as what? Casualties of war. Because these Edomites, these so-called white people, they're not going to stop until what? They satisfy their need. They satisfy their want. See what I'm saying about what? Robbing the fatherless, further oppressing the poor with these unrighteous laws and decrees. Every year they always raising taxes on what? Gasoline, utilities that you need for your home, like your lights or your gas bill, your water. See what I'm saying? Your sewage. You need all this, but they steady raising taxes. Every year they claim they're raising taxes to what? To improve the roads and all this, but the roads are still raggedy. Big old potholes in the road. You playing dodge a pothole every time you drive to the store or drive to your job. You playing dodge a pothole. Because why? If you hit that pothole, then what? A further oppression, because now you got to scrape up money to go buy you a tire. Or go get your bearings fixed in your tire. Or get your alignment done. See what I'm saying? Or get you a new suspension done to your vehicle. Or they done messed up your shocks or your struts in your vehicle. It's all a gimmick here in Babylon. See what I'm saying? This is Esau's heaven, and this is you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, hell. Even you casualties of war out there, you catch hell also. Why? Because this ain't set up for you. This is your kingdom, but you losing out too. The only ones benefiting from this are you elite Edomites, like Amalek. You fake Jews, man. We the real Jews. We the real people from the tribe of Judah, or Benjamin, or Levi, which you classify as Jews. Us so-called Negroes, we the real Jews of the Bible, man. But like they say, all black folks look alike, so they label us in one group known as the Jews. They put you Negroes, you so-called Haitians and so-called Jamaicans in the same classification known as Jews because you dark skinned. So they say you all look alike. They say we all look alike. See what I'm saying? But Esau, the so-called white man, steady further passed legislation and laws to further oppress you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why you can't never get ahead in this society unless you sell your soul, but that's even further oppression. Because after you sell your soul and get that first $1 million check, you start feeling miserable because now you got to start doing more wickedness. You got to sacrifice your family. You got to take it up the butt. If you're a straight male, you got to take it up the butt to increase this money. You got to go out here and proclaim your allegiance to Satan to keep getting your riches so you could drive a Rolls Royce or a Bentley or a Bugatti, or get Louis Vuitton or Gucci on your feet and head and body. That's further oppression, man. You see what I'm saying? Because now your mind is tormented. Why? Because you done sold your soul to this evil, wicked corporation known as Babylon, aka America, and to these top elite Edomites, which are known as Amalekites, the fake Jews. You done sold your soul. You done lost all integrity. It said, he that oppresses the poor, because you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, y'all are poor. They steady coming after us with what? Taxes. Steady passing legislation to keep their foot further pressed firm against your neck. He that oppresses the poor to increase his riches. And who is that talking about? You Edomites, you so-called white people. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked, man. It said, and he that giveth to the rich shall surely come to want. That's right, because when all hell breaks loose, guess what? You're going to be poor. Guess what? When who the world called Jesus Christ come back and destroy this society, this captivity that we in, guess what? We're going to slap chains and fetters of iron around your necks, around your ankles and wrists. We're going to drag you like a dog. You're going to be in want. You're going to be the poor man. And we're going to be what? The rulers, the kings in the kingdom of heaven. And rightfully so. The earth is going to be restored back unto us, who it really originally belongs to. Because the scriptures tell us that the earth was created for what? Our sakes. Whose sakes? Negroes, Latino, Native Americans, the children of Israel. That's who the earth was created for. And guess what? The rightful owners are going to what? Get his rightful possession back. Starting off with who? YAHAWASHI, King David on down to us. Lord willing, I'm one of those men as well as the rest of you brothers. You occupy out there. The joint heirs to the kingdom of heaven, man. You see what I'm saying? Who this rightfully belongs to. This is our world. This is our creation. We the ones that help YAHAWASHI create the heavens and earth, man. Not these wicked, proud Edomites. You see what I'm saying? These wicked E's out here. They didn't help with nothing. All they doing is benefiting off the what? The blood, sweat, and tears of you Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans. They haven't earned the right to what? Proclaim this as their territory. This is our territory. And their track record proves that what? Whenever they can find something that they want, what they'll do, they'll set up propaganda to get the support of the American people to demonize you to have the right to go over there and take your resources. See what I'm saying? The same way they did to our people, to the so-called Native Americans, which are the tribe of Gad, and the tribe, the northern tribe from Ephraim on down to Issachar, Gad and Reuben, which are the so-called Puerto Ricans, you know, the Latinos and Native Americans. When they came over here to America, they took this land from the so-called the Native American, which was known as what? The Declaration of Discovery Act in 1493. You see what I'm saying? It's the Discovery Declaration or the Declaration of Discovery Act. Either way is, you know, you look that up for yourself. It basically said that if you're not a white American or a white European, they have the right to take the land from the indigenous people because they don't consider them humans anyway. They don't consider them people anyway. So they came up with that act. See what I'm saying? In 1493. Right after what? 1492. You see what I'm saying? Which is wicked as hell. Because so-called in 1492, that's when Cristobal Colon came over here. So a part of their treaties that they broke with the native people here, one of them was known as the Doctrine of Discovery Act, or the Discovery Doctrine Act of 1493. How coincidental is that? 1493 after 1492. See what I'm saying? Jumping down to verse 22, this is Proverbs 22 and 22. It says, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. Who is the poor and afflicted? You Negro, Latino, Native Americans. Everything is targeted towards you. Everything is targeted to keep you further oppressed, to keep you dumbed down, to keep you sick. So what? Like the scripture tell you in, what is it? Let me see. See if I can find that right quick. I think it's in Luke. Bear with me 1 second while I find this precept right quick. Lord, just put on my spirit. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Yep, this is Luke chapter 16, verse 21. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Who was it talking about? You other nations coming to benefit off the blood, sweat, and tears of you Negroes, Latino, Native Americans. Mainly, number one on that list of heathen nations is who? You Edomites, you so-called white people. You set up all these things here in America for these other nations to come over here to get tax breaks, to be tax exempt for 7 years. See what I'm saying? And set up businesses. They get grants to come over here and set up businesses when we're naturally born here in America and can't even get a $100 loan from a bank. But you heathen nations come over here and get grants and loans and businesses and everything to what? Further oppress the Negro, Latino, and Native American. Like I said, the dogs came and licked the sores. So that's what? You other nations benefiting off the blood, sweat, and tears of the Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, which built this company, this corporation. Through what? Slavery. You see what I'm saying? That's the only way that what? These Edomites got ahead of us Israelites, of us poor people. Because why? They stepped on the little man to get to where they had to be. See what I'm saying? That's the mentality of these Edomites. They'll do whatever it takes to take what you got at any cost. See what I'm saying? I'm jumping around a little bit in Proverbs. This is Proverbs. I'm gonna start at Proverbs 21 and start at verse 24. It said, "Proud and haughty scorner is his name." Because who always talking BS is what? You Edomites, you so-called white people. It said proud and haughty. That's synonymous with one another. Pride. It said proud and haughty scorner is his name, who dealeth in proud wrath. And that's what you Edomites do. You deal with proud wrath. Why? Because you feel like you're superior to these other people here, not just in America, but around the globe. You think that can't nobody touch you, that you're untouchable, you're unstoppable. See what I'm saying? Just like with this situation with Iran, that's proud. You just took it upon yourself to go over there and kill this man. And then got the nerve to talk crazy about it. That's just pride. It says, verse 25, the desire of the slothful, meaning the lazy, don't want to work. That's America. The desire of the slothful killeth him, for his hands refuse to labor. That's America, man. They refuse to labor. They rather take what you got to get what they want. Like them old Ronnie Ho quotes of a players club. You got to use what you got to get what you want. That's what America does. Anytime somebody come up with a great idea, like the carburetor that runs off with no gas, that was a great idea. But guess what? In order for America to benefit off of it, they killed the inventor. Just like the 100-year light bulb, they killed Nikola Tesla and other so-called Negro. The reason why I say so-called Negro because they're Israelites. That's why I say so-called Negro. But other so-called black inventors, Esau killed them. Why? To gain money. See what I'm saying? Off of their demise. Just like even in modern day time, what? You killed Michael Jackson, you killed Biggie Smalls, you killed Tupac, you killed Prince, you killed Whitney Houston, you killed Bobby Christina Brown, you killed a lot of celebrities. Why? Because you knew they bucked up against your democratic society, but then you realize you could make more money off of them dead than alive. Bernie Mac. The list goes on and on. Rodney King. The list goes on and on. You see what I'm saying? To benefit. It says, he coveteth greedily all the day long. And that's what he do. He covers fields, man. He covers lands. He covers territories. He covers what? Natural resources. Oh, they got uranium. Just like the report came out a couple of weeks ago about you using the Congoan children over there in Africa to mine what? Uranium for what? Your cell phones and other technical devices. See what I'm saying? You do whatever you have to do to take the resources from people. Same thing over there in Africa again. The what? The diamonds, the blood diamonds. You'll do whatever it takes to get what you want at anybody else's expense, as long as it's not your expense. But hell, you even got your own people here in America as casualties of war. To what? Further your propaganda, further your agenda. Just like you lied and said you went to the moon, knowing you ain't go to the moon. Because if you could go to the moon back in the 50s, well, how come we can't go to the moon now? In 2020, with this way more advanced technology that you got. Huh? How come you can't make the same trip? Because you never went in the first place. But see, you steady lying to the American people to have them believe your propaganda to keep them what? Further oppressed. Make them feel like they what? They're part of this, they're doing something productive in this American nightmare. But you lie to them, say it's the American dream. Go to school, go to college, graduate from college, get a good paying job, get married, get a big house with white picket fence with children and a dog. You doing good to feed yourself. Let alone a big old 3-story house with a picket fence and kids and pets. You doing good to eat yourself, to feed yourself. You see what I'm saying? Most of you Americans will never accomplish their dream. That's part of the American nightmare, but they lie to you and make it seem like a dream. To what? Further keep you in servitude, further keep you in slavery, to further keep you oppressed, mentally and physically. This is Proverbs 21 and 26. He coveteth greedily all the day long, but the righteous giveth and spareth not. It said the sacrifice of the wicked is abomination, because really, that right there, that assassination of the Iranian top leader, that was an abominable sacrifice that these Edomites made to their god Satan. To what? To try to get increase their wealth and riches. They always offer up a sacrifice to Satan. Kids come up missing on the street. That was a sacrifice to Satan. Have the American people, these sheeple out here, celebrating these pagan holidays. That's a sacrifice to Satan. You see what I'm saying? The sacrifice of the wicked is abomination. How much more when he bringeth it with a wicked mind? Everything these Edomites do is with a wicked mind. They'll sit there and lie to you American people. Oh, this is the right way to go. This is to benefit you. Just like with their drugs they show on TV. It's to cure non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. But yet the side effects is nauseousness, diarrhea, your eyes may pop out, you bleeding from the nose, your lip may fall off, teeth may fall out your mouth. See what I'm saying? Your arm go numb, have to be amputated after 2 years. But they'll tell you that's the right way to go to cure non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That's the propaganda here in America. See what I'm saying? It says, reading back in verse 27, Proverbs 21:27, the sacrifice of the wicked is abomination. How much more when he bringeth it with a wicked mind? He'll lie to you with these incurable cures to what? To further gain profit from the oppression of you Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans. Because you're number one on his list. These other people, these other heathens, they're just casualties of war. But the main target is you so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans, the children of Israel. See what I'm saying? He put all these false cures out there like you're going to be healed from his fake false medicine. It says, a false witness shall perish. See, a false witness shall perish, meaning a liar. He's nothing but a liar, and he's going to perish, meaning what? Be destroyed. It said, but the man that heareth speaketh constantly. A wicked man hardening his face But as for the upright, he directed his paths. As for the upright, he directed his ways, Salakia. It said, there is no wisdom, no understanding, no counsel against the Lord. There's nothing you can do against the Lord. You can sit here and lie and deem us as terrorists, but you can't do nothing against the Lord. What the scripture says, you can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So everything you do, hey, you're ordained of YAHAWASHI to do it. Because you're not coming against us. You're not coming against his will. You're doing his will. Even though in your mind you think you're coming against his will. But you're not. Scripture say the deceived and deceiver are his. See what I'm saying? So the man, what else does the scripture say? Matter of fact, I get it. Since I'm in Proverbs 20. Proverbs 20 and 24. That's the spirit right here. It said, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So everything you're doing, the Lord wants you to do. Just like you assassinating this Iranian leader, the Lord wants you to set up what? World War III. The Battle of Armageddon. See what I'm saying? The Battle of Armageddon. See what I'm saying? The Battle of YAHAWASHI. The Lord wants you to do all these things, man. So it could bring in what? Jacob's trouble, martial law, World War III. All the end all, the be all of all wars. World War III. See what I'm saying? The Lord wants you to do these things. To what? Fulfill his prophecy. Fulfill his word. It says, skipping over, this is Proverbs 22, and I'm going to start at verse 22 again. It said, rob not the poor because he is poor, neither oppress the afflicted in the gate. For the Lord will plead their cause, and the Lord is pleading our cause right now. It says, and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. That's right. Matter of fact, that links up with Isaiah 33. Isaiah 33 said, woe to thee the spoilers, and thou was not spoiled. Spoil means what? To rob. And that's what you Edomites do. You rob the poor. You rob the needy. You rob these other heathen nations to what? Further your agenda, your propaganda. It said, for the Lord will plead their cause and spoil the soul of those that spoil them. Going back to Isaiah 33. Woe to thee that spoilest and thou was not spoiled, and dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. And that's what these other nations are about to do with you. All these people that are in league with you, like I tell you in Obadiah, those that are in confederacy, guess what? All of them is going to turn their backs on you. You're starting to see it now with this whole Iran thing. Because a lot of these people in the White House did not agree with that move that the president made. See what I'm saying? These are Bible prophecies that's coming to pass, man. Verse 24, make no friendship with an angry man, and with a furious man thou shalt not go. Because these Edomites are angry and furious. They don't think, they don't use rational thinking. They use impulse, they use feeling, they use what? Emotions. That's why they always catch themselves up in a trick bag. See what I'm saying? Verse 25, let thou learn his ways and get a snare. It said, lest thou learn his ways, because the Bible tell you in Jeremiah 10 and 2, learn out the way of the heathen. It said, lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. So when you follow in his ways, you always catch yourself up in a trick bag. Because why? You're not supposed to go the same way heathens go. Just like the scripture tell you, following out a multitude to shed blood. But what do the heathens do? When they get the agreement and the backing of the American people to go over there in these foreign lands and invade these people and kill these innocent men, women, and children, guess what? You're following a multitude to do evil, man. See what I'm saying? Like I tell you in Proverbs 11 and 21, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, man. See what I'm saying? Verse 25. Lest thou learn his ways and get a snare to thy soul. It said, be not thou one of them that strike hands, or of them that are sureties for debt. Because guess what? America set itself up in a trick bag. While you going around trying to conquer other lands, guess what? You have further accumulated more and more debt. Now you can't get yourself out of the hole. Now you're going around trying to conquer more and more land to what? Get yourself out of debt, and you can't. You can't. You further digging yourself into a deeper pit and ditch. It said, verse 27, if thou hast nothing to pay, why should he take away thy bed from under thee? And that's what he does to you people here in America. You can't afford to pay your rent. Guess what? You get evicted. You can't afford to pay your mortgage. Guess what? Your house get foreclosed. Then they take your home. Everything you invested in that home then went down the drain. Because now you've been put out by the government, and guess what? They put your house back on the market for more than what you paid for. And guess what? They're going to get their money back because somebody going to come along the way and buy that home. See what I'm saying? Because you couldn't pay your mortgage or couldn't pay the property taxes. Now they just come and take it. Verse 28, remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. And that's what America has done and still doing. They're removing landmarks, moving this boundary over here, taking this boundary away from these people and calling it their own. They doing it over there in these foreign lands when they go over there and invade these people's territories. Now saying that this property belongs to America. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? YAHAWASHI is going to shut down his corporation and destroy these wicked Edomites, man. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Bible. See what I'm saying? Because why? He's further oppressing the poor to increase his riches, man. See what I'm saying? So with that, Abba, Shalom.